So last week we studied till inflammable substances. So the substances which have very low ignition temperature and can easily catch fire with a flame are called inflammable substances. So examples of inflammable substances are petrol, alcohol, liquefied petroleum gas, etc. Okay, so you can recall some other inflammable substances also. Okay, then we have to read now how do we control fire. Okay, so you must have seen or heard about fire breaking out in homes, shops and factories. Okay, one question is also make on this topic for you. If you have seen such an accident, write a short description in your notebook. Also share the experience with your classmate. Okay, so you can write it if you get this experience. Okay, so you have to or you heard about it, okay, anywhere so you can write and you can share with us also. So then find out the telephone number of the fire service in your area. If a fire breaks out in your house or in your neighborhood, the first thing to do is to call the fire service. Okay, so you have to call the fire service, mainly fire brigade it was called. So it is important that all of us know the telephone number of the fire service because this accident can be happen anytime and anybody have to be aware about it. Does your city or town have a fire brigade station? Okay, so every city has a fire brigade station. So when a fire brigade arrives, that does it too. Okay, so it pours water on the fire. So you can see in figure also. Okay, suppose if fire get in any area of any this zone in your in any home. Okay, it's on a home, so you can see and they just pour the water by using these pumps. Okay, so try to just okay to get off the fire. Water control, water cools the combustible material so that its temperature is brought below its ignition temperature. Okay, so how we get rid of fire? So what water do? Water just cools the combustible material. Okay, it can be wood or any electrical equipments. So if it catches fire, water cools it down so its temperature is brought below its ignition temperature. Okay, so this prevents the fire from spreading. Okay, water vapors also surround the combustible material, helping in cutting off the supply of air, so the fire is extinguished. Okay, so आग किस तरह बुझती है ये आपको यहाँ पे बताया गया. So water vapors also help in extinguish of fire. Okay, so they cutting off the supply of air, as we know that air is needed for catching fire or any substance to be burned. Okay, so you have learned that there are three essential requirements for producing fire. Can you list these requirements? Okay, so can you tell me that three requirements essential for producing fire? These are fuel, air and heat. As answer also given here, to raise the temperature of the fuel beyond the ignition temperature. Okay, so ignition temperature you already know that when a combustible substance catches fire, okay, so it is known as its ignition temperature. So for being a substances to catch fire, we have to thing is we have to apply fuel. Okay, then we have to supply of oxygen and then we have to provide heat to raise the temperature. Okay, so fire can be controlled by removing one or more these requirements. Okay, so if we just remove any one of them, so it can be controlled. Suppose we just low heat will be if lower, so it can be fire catch, but it be in a very slow rate. Okay, but if we just cut down the supply of air, so fire will be extinguished. Okay, then the job of a fire extinguisher is to cut off the supply of air, okay, or to bring down the temperature of the fuel, or both. So main thing is that you have to supply air or to bring down the temperature of the fuel, or both. Notice that the fuel is most in most cases cannot be eliminated. Okay, if for instance a building catches fire, the whole building is the fuel. Okay, so if it is catches fire, so you cannot eliminate it. Okay, so you have to cut down the supply of air and heat. Now you have two options. Okay, so I hope you will understand this. And something is given about fire extinguishers in your book, so you have to know about it. The most common fire extinguisher is water. Okay, but water works only when things like wood and paper are on fire. Okay, as you easily understand. If electrical equipments, so this is the question which I talk about you, that in if electrical equipments is on fire, water may conduct electricity and harm those trying to douse the fire. Okay, water is also not suitable for fires involving oil and petrol. Do you recall the water is heavier than oil, so it sinks below the oil and oil keeps burning on the top. Okay, so sometimes the question also asks that when we put water on the petrol, okay, why it not get extinguished? It is because water is heavier than petrol. Okay, so for fires involving electrical equipment and inflammable material like petrol, carbon dioxide is best extinguishers. Okay, so mainly carbon dioxide. Being heavier than oxygen covers the fire like a blanket. Okay, suppose if fire is burning, suppose here we just put an carbon dioxide, so it covers it as a blanket, like a blanket. So since the contact between the fuel and oxygen is cut off, the fire is controlled. Okay. The added advantage of CO2 is that in most cases it does not harm the electrical equipment. Okay. So how do we get the supply of carbon dioxide? Next question. Okay. It can be stored at high pressure as a liquid in cylinders. Okay. So in what form is the LPG stored in cylinder? When released from the cylinder, okay, and CO2 expands. So this question is for you, that LPG stored in cylinder in which form? Then when released from the cylinder, yes. So we have read about the just fire extinguisher. Okay, so when released from cylinder, CO2 expands enormously in volume and cools down. So it is not only forms a blanket around the fire, okay, it also bring down the temperature of the fuel. So two things done by the CO2. One, it act as a blanket, and second is it brings the uh, it lowers the ignition temperature of that fuels which is burning. That is why is an extinguisher fire extinguisher. So we called CO2 is a excellent fire extinguishers. Okay. Another way to get CO2 is to release a lot of dry powder of chemicals like sodium bicarbonate, or a baking soda is called in Hindi. Okay, or potassium bicarbonate. Na2CO3 is its formula. Near the fire, these chemicals give off CO2. Okay, I hope you will understand till here about fire extinguishers. Okay, so you also seen, okay, in your school or any commercial area in buildings, there are many these structures of these type of fire extinguishers are placed here. Okay, so if somehow the fire will be catches here, so they can be used. Now we will read about the types of combustion. So what you have to do, you have to bring a burning matchsticks or a gas lighter near a gas stove in the kitchen. Turn on the knob of the gas stove. What do you observe? Okay, so you have to see that what you observe, I think you all know about how to turn on these knobs and lightening the stove. Okay, so do not handle the gas stove yourself, ask your parents to help. Okay, we find that the gas burns rapidly and produces heat and light. Okay, such combustion is known as rapid combustion. Okay, एकदम तेजी से जो होता है rapid combustion is called. Okay, गैस जैसा हम जलाते हैं, you already know about it. So there are substances like phosphorus which burn in air at room temperature. Okay, so phosphorus can be burned in room temperature if you left at as it is. So the type of combustion in which a material suddenly bursts into flames without the application of any apparent cause is called spontaneous combustion. So the combustion of that phosphorus is called spontaneous combustion. Okay, because it suddenly burst into flames, or you can say that it is suddenly catches the fire. That's why it is known as this process is and the cause is called spontaneous combustion. So in spontaneous combustion of coal dust has resulted in many disastrous fires in coal mines. Okay, sometimes you hear that also in news that this coal mine gets fires today. So this is just because that it is a spontaneous combustion found in them. So spontaneous forest fire are sometimes due to the heat of the sun or due to the lightning strike. Okay, as you know that pine needles in our area in our Kumaon regions or Garhwal regions, okay, many fire is occur. As you see in your previous class, we just discussed about them. So sometime just due to an small lightning, okay, it catches the fire sometime. However, most forest fires are due to the carelessness of human beings. Okay, that's why it is known, because in most of cases this is due to the carelessness of human beings. It is important to remember that the campfires must be completely extinguished before leaving a forest after a picnic or a visit. Okay, if you are going to in a forest and you just have a matchsticks and you do any type of activity there, if you make a campfire or make food or etc. Okay, during your picnic, so you have to must be sure that you just extinguish that fire completely. Okay, before leaving that place. So this is the caution you have to make. So colors of a candle flame and a flame of a kitchen stove are also given. This is also related to this topic. Okay, we generally have fireworks on festival days when a cracker is ignited. Okay, you all know about it. A sudden reaction takes place with the evolution heat, light and sound. Okay, पटाखे तो फोड़े होंगे आपने परसों, तो आप लोगों को पता होगा कि हीट लाइट और साउंड जो है प्रोड्यूस होती है. A large amount of gas formed in the reaction is liberated. Such a reaction is called explosion. Okay, एक्सप्लोसिव कहते हैं ना, एक्सप्लोजन हो गया, एक्सप्लोसिव जो है विस्फोट हुआ, तो ये एक्सप्लोजन का रहता है. So explosion can also take place if pressure is applied on the cracker. So explosion also take place if pressure is applied on the cracker. Okay, so more due to you listen also, nowadays there is a separate market for these crackers or etc. Okay, just because of that fire not get in the market area. Okay, so due to that, because if excessive pressure occur in that cracker, so they can be uh, burst uh, after getting fire. Okay, and they can be explode. So you have to observe an LPG flame, okay, which is in your home. You can easily see it. So can you tell the color of the flame? What is the color of a candle flame? Okay, you can tell, you can understand. Okay, easily. So recall your experience of burning a magnesium ribbon in class 7th. If you do not have experience of burning the remaining atoms in table 6.2, you can do that now. Okay, The examples are given here. Okay, candle, magnesium, camphor, kerosene stove, charcoal. Okay, it's not possible for you to just uh, see their flame. Okay, so these are forms flame or does not flame. Okay, you have to understand that candle also forms flame, magnesium. Okay, camphor I think not make of any flame type of, kerosene stove. Okay, charcoal also not form flame, so you have to understand it. Okay, so if you see the structure, okay, these are the examples here. One candle is here, and LPG stove also, and flames of kerosene lamp, candle, and Bunsen burner. So record your observation and mention whether on burning the material forms a flame or not. So first we read about the structure of a flame. So light a candle. First you have to light a candle. Okay. Caution, be careful. So hold a 4 to 5 centimeter long thin glass tube with a pair of tongs and introduce its one end in the dark zone of a non-flickered or flickering candle flame. Okay, bring a lighted matchstick near the other end of the glass tube. Do you see a flame caught at this end of the glass tube after a while? So what is the what is that produces a flame? Notice that wax near the heated wick melts quickly. If you see, okay, what you have to do, just like that, this process you have to do. Okay, hold the another wax is here, and you have to put this. Okay, so what you will find, the substances which vaporize during burning gives flame. Okay, the main reason to give flame, if any substances vaporize during burning, okay, it gives flames. For example, kerosene oil and molten wax, okay, rise through the wick and are vaporized during burning and form flames, as same as charcoal on the other hand does not vaporize and so does not produce a flame. Okay, so now you can easily fill your table also. So in activity 6.5, could the vapors of wax coming out of the glass tube be cause of flame produced? Okay, so a circular blackish ring, if you see the structure, sorry, first you have to understand it. So when the candle flame is steady, okay, introduce a clean glass plate into the luminous zone of the flame. Okay, after that you do understand about different zones. Okay, three types of zones, so you understand it when you see the structure of a candle. So hold it there with a pair of tongs about 10 seconds. So it is very easy activity. So you have to see a circular blackish ring is formed on the glass or plate slide. It indicates the deep deposition of the unburned carbon particles present in the luminous zone of the flame. So you can understand that in the luminous zone carbon particles are present which deposited on that plate. So hold a thin long copper wire just inside the non-luminous zone of flame for about 30 seconds. Notice that the portion of the copper wire just outside the flame gets red hot. Okay. Does it indicate that the non-luminous zone of the flame has a high temperature? Okay, so non-luminous zone, sometimes question also asked. So the non-luminous zone of that candle have very high temperature. In fact, this part of the flame is the hottest part. So if you see the figure, you can easily understand. Okay, so hottest part, if you see, this was the hottest part. Okay, non-luminous zone is called, and outer zone is called combustion. Okay, complete combustion is found if it occur in blue color. So middle zone of partial combustion is yellow in color. Okay, it is least hot zone, and the innermost zone of the unburned wax, it is the black in color. Okay, so you will understand here. Okay, so goldsmith blow the outermost zone of a flame with a metallic blowpipe for melting gold and silver. Why did do they use the outermost zone of the flame. Now can you give the answer of this question? It is just because it is the hottest zone of the that burner. Okay, outermost zone, as you seen in figure. Okay, when you understand this figure, you easily give the answer. This is the hottest part, outermost part.